The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors. Lighting for ECAT production provided by the Avery Lee Williams Family Foundation.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harris and Young. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harris and Young. I have a guest that's bigger than life tonight. You've probably heard him on, you and us in the Boston area have heard him on many radio stations. We're going to cover all that. And he may have done other things in media. He may have done all kinds of cool stuff, and that's why we do Topic Time, to ask these questions and find out the truth and, and make it inspirational to the whole world. But before we get to him, of course, got to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence as usual. So, we have Calamity Grooming in Taunton for dogs and cats. We have New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We have Lynch's Towing, Auto, Cycle, and Truck Center in Brockton. One number for towing, one number for projects. My pal Lynchy there in Brockton's always in search of new scrap metal, wheels, anything to do with transportation. He handles it all. We have Bogey's Indoor Golf in Norton, featuring virtual courses, driving range, golf leagues, private tee times, private lessons, memberships, parties and events, food and beverage in Norton. We have Brian's Barbershop in Kingston. We have a new one, Borgeson's Automotive Incorporated in Easton on Route 138 on Washington Street. We have On the Bar Dance Studio in Norton. It might be on the Barry. You'll see how you spell it when I pop the graphics on there. We have Pal's Driving School in Middleborough, setting up classes for December of 2025, January of 2026. Better get on that website. We have the Executive Barbershop in Northeastern. Feel how you look. We have Furnace Brook Motors in Easton and Norton, always available for great car shopping, now with 2 locations. We have Mulberry Frozen Yogurt in Raynham. We have the Mansfield Boxing Club in Norton. We have Gabe's Auto Services in Southeastern. We have One Good Credit in Brockton. We have Diesel Plus Unlimited in Whitman. We have Uplifted Nutrition in Taunton. We have Sharnick Auto Body and Repair in Lakeville. We have the Riverside Cafe in Wareham, open 6 days a week, all except Wednesday, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. They make the best breakfast from Boston to the Cape, and they have DoorDash delivery. We have Curtis Car Care in Middleborough. We have RW Carpet and Flooring in Norton, covering floors for 50 years. We have Eli's Auto Care in Taunton. We have Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We have Grant's Rental in Bridgewater. We have Countertops Express in North Attleboro, experts in the installation and removal of quartz and granite. We have Doggy Boutique, all-breed professional grooming for dogs and cats, run by my great next-door neighbor, Debbie Siddell in Brockton. We have Haven Psychiatric Services right here in the building in room 211. We have Evan Young Realty, that's my brother, the realtor, and we have Joe's Diner in Taunton. Wareham House of Pizza in Wareham. And I want to thank all you guys so very much. Now, Roger Lavallee, you are an icon in our area.
Well, I got to be an icon somewhere.
Well, I am too. So
Yeah.
Here we are, the 2 icons side by side. You can't ask for better than that. Okay. Well, tell me about now. You are a DJ, a radio DJ, and you've worked on how many stations? Would you say? Well, you should know, but
Oh boy, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5.
really,
back
okay,
in the
all
day,
Boston,
yeah.
or did you
Well,
transfer
no,
from somewhere
like
else?
mostly Central Mass stuff. Because I started. I grew up in Southbridge, so I started out.
Great little town.
There was a station there, WQVR, WESO, AM and FM,
Okay.
and I started as a board op there. That was like my first job.
Sweet.
And
Were you a DJ? Now, was this talk radio or
no,
DJ?
so that was I was a board op.
Oh, board op.
Like,
Yeah,
that
you ran
got
the
me-
board. I've done that.
That
Okay.
got me into it with manning the board for like sports games and events and stuff. And I did that for a couple of years while I was still in high school.
Okay.
And then,
Wow.
And then moved to WGFP in Webster.
Okay.
Again, just board opping on holidays and Sundays and stuff. But my start was I was always obsessed with music. I mean, I
Love tunes. Yeah, me too.
you know,
You
and-
look at Wolfman Jack prototype for
oh
sure.
my God. It's the beard.
Wrapping your Saturday night up. Go ahead. All right, go on. So you love music, top 40 or everything.
Well, everything, when I was young, when I was 5 years old, I saw the Monkees on TV, and I said, I'm going to be a musician.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
That was like my cue of what exactly I was going to do with the rest of my life. And so when I went to high school, my high school had a radio station that my cousin Ronnie actually was one of the people that built this radio station in the 70s. And so when I got to high school, one of the reasons that I chose to go to that high school, which was Bay Path in Charlton, I wanted to learn.
Was this a private high school?
This was a vocational high
school.
It
was a vocational, okay.
And I wanted to learn electronics.
Okay.
To build guitar pedals and amplifiers and stuff. But it had a radio station in the electronics shop. And every Monday I did my own show. I was like the only kid there that was serious about it.
Okay.
Everybody else was
This was at the school?
Yeah,
okay.
Inside the electronics classroom shop.
Okay.
And
hold up a second. This was before you ran the board at that station, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because you were still in high school. Okay.
So I was already a musician, and I was already like into recording and whatnot.
Okay.
So I understood how the equipment worked and everything, but I was obsessed with listening to the radio and obsessed with music. So when I chose to go to that high school, because I really wanted to operate this radio station, and it was probably the only thing I loved about high school.
Okay, well, hey, listen, you were a lot different from most people. The only thing for me, all I cared about was getting stoned every day. So, okay.
Every Monday I ran the radio station. Every other Monday I was there from like 7 a.m. till 7 at night. And
wow.
I just
how'd you get your schoolwork done?
Well, because it was every other Monday I was.
Every other Monday. Okay.
I was in electronics shop, so they let me, as part of the curriculum, I got to operate the studio all day. But then on academic week, I'd go in after school like 2:30, and I'd stay till 7 o'clock on Mondays as well. So I would do it every Monday. I'd bring in crates of records. There was a record library there that was not that great.
Okay.
I made my own programs throughout the day. So I'm like 14, 15 years old, and I was like, okay, morning, I'm going to play this kind of format. Lunchtime, I want to play local music, and I had collected. Even then, I was obsessed with listening to local radio shows, so like local bands.
Yeah, right.
So lunchtime, I'd play local music, and then afternoon, I would play, sort of new underground rock stuff, and there was nobody told us how to program it. It was a free-for-all.
Okay.
But I took it very seriously, and so I programmed my day, very regimental, and took it very seriously. I have an FCC license there, so I have to take it seriously. And
of course.
I loved that. I did that for 4 years, and soon after high school, I worked the part-time jobs at the local radio stations in Southbridge and Webster.
Okay.
But I didn't get my own show again until 92, I think. I started at WICN in Worcester.
Okay.
Ended up.
Is that an AM station?
That is a public radio station, FM, 90.5.
Okay.
And they're still around. It's a great station.
Well, out here we get the only Worcester station we get around here is WXLO, and it has to be the wind blowing well in order for it to work.
So WICN, Worcester has WCW and WICN, which are the two sort of public radio stations.
Okay.
And they're both very different, but both fantastic.
Okay. Well, how are they different?
ICN is when we had a rock department at ICN that I was part of, the rest of the station was like anti that. They were very serious. It was a jazz station.
Oh, okay, I see.
It was, they kind of made us feel like we were the riffraff.
Okay.
And we were relegated to like 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. And we were like the scourge of the station. Whereas WCW, which was 91.3, was always more eclectic. They had more variety, and more experimental stuff. They were kind of cool.
All right. Now, what was you DJ'd at both these stations, right?
Well, not at CUW. I had friends that were there, so I'd go to CUW every once in a while. But ICN, I I was there for quite a long time in the rock department. I ended
Okay.
up being music director by the time
You were the music director.
by the time
Okay.
I ended there, and they axed the rock department. And
Why? They just didn't like it, huh? Boy, that's terrible. What a
Yeah.
tyrant that guy
they-
must be that runs that station, or woman, whoever.
Well, and they switched to just like satellite programming overnight.
Oh, okay.
But then they closed that location, they moved to another location, and they actually have a recording studio at the new location that I'm planning on. I have a project I'm producing right now that wants to go there to use their piano. I don't
Okay.
have a real piano.
Now, you said you were a musician, too. What did you play?
I started playing guitar and writing songs when I was 9.
Okay.
Very seriously,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
at
yeah.
9. Before that, I just wanted to be a rock star when I was 5. But when I was 9, I got serious and started my first band when I was 9, and then started the Curtain Society.
Your first band at 9? How old were the other kids in the band?
We were 9. We were
all
like,
9-year-olds? Wow.
my best friend Jeremy and I were like, he was the bass player, as a guitar
Niner,
player.
niner, niner.
Yeah, right.
Okay, wow.
And
Okay.
so-
Well, did you ever play any of your music on the radio that you played?
Yes, I did. You
Good,
know,
okay.
I did.
You monopolized it. Good work.
In high school, I
Yeah.
would, and then I'd get excited. Actually, I have a funny story
Go
about
for it.
when I was at WICN. A friend and I made a recording at the studio I worked at of like a funny joke, industrial like electronic song.
Okay, but nothing the FCC could ban, right?
No, not
Okay.
at all. But it was a cover of a Curtain Society song, which is my band.
All right.
But done in sort of a very tongue-in-cheek way to sound like it was a live German industrial band
Okay.
with Frankenstein singing it.
Okay.
You know, like
Is that you?
it was me,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
singing.
I can hear you. I can hear with that.
Fire good,
the
water
deep-
bad.
Right, there you go. The baritone voice, definitely. Okay.
So I played that on my radio show at WICN while our Curtain Society's drummer was at his friend's house listening to the show.
Okay.
And I said, "Oh, I just got this in the mail and from this German band, and they're doing a cover of a Curtain Society song," and I played it. And he called in like, "What the heck is this? What is this?"
Okay.
And I'm like, "Dude, I just sent it in. I don't know what it is." And I eventually told him that it was just me, but it
Well,
was.
this wasn't the band looking to sue you for using their
Oh no,
sound,
no.
was it?
No. It was me pretending to be this German industrial band doing a cover of my own band
Okay.
song.
Well, if it's your own band, it's not really a cover.
No, well, right. But I told our drummer heard me say that. "Oh, I don't know. This is another band," and so
Okay.
he was fooled, and it was pretty funny.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So you did comedy, you did music. And
Right.
what about your banter? How did that go?
The banter.
Yeah, you bantered. Usually you do that when
I
you're a DJ.
loved that. That was like, first off, I love to share music with people.
Yep.
I think sharing music is
Not just playing it, but talking about it too.
right.
Yeah.
And going, "Oh my God, hear this new song. This is so good. Oh, you got to hear this."
Yeah, yeah.
So I love doing that, but I also kind of liked the personality stuff of, or if I'd had a friend that would come in and do a show with me, the sort of banter of talking about the music or talking about what happened that week or whatever.
Right.
And
Mixing it up.
yeah, there was nothing to say we had to do this exactly at that station at the time. We didn't have to play this many songs. We weren't playing commercials, so it was,
There was no commercials. Well, it was just because
this was public radio.
Oh, it was just like PBS.
It was like not an NPR station, but it was.
I mean, right, same thing. That's
yeah, it was kind of like that, like a local, public radio station.
But you had sponsors too, right? Or
We had
not?
sponsors, yeah.
Okay, that's how you got paid and stuff.
And we do, but I didn't get paid. I volunteered.
Oh,
at
you
the station.
volunteered. Okay.
But anyway, I did that for several years, and then they closed down the rock department. And,
Okay. Yeah.
and then I went to WDJM at Framingham State College. I wasn't a student there, but
Right.
I did a show there for a while.
Okay.
And
Did you meet your wife there? I'm just guessing.
no, my fiance, no, I met her through friends, and she used to come see my band play.
Oh,
and,
sweet. Okay.
We we lived parallel lives where the universe was trying to get us to meet for
That's
years.
what I say. Everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
I'm still waiting for mine to show up, but
Oh, she's there.
waiting in the waiting for my Oh, you know that one, right?
I remember I had that. One of my first records was like a K-Tel record of, I think it was
Before your
called.
time, though. That was 1961.
I
I
know,
remember that's
but
when
it was.
came out.
But I had this record, K-Tel record called Dumb Ditties.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
And it was all.
Those are
it was-
novelty songs.
Yeah.
Like even the Big Boppers, Tilly Lace and
Yeah.
a Pretty Face. Right. That was considered a novelty song
Right.
too. Well, okay. I got my start in radio too. I worked over at WATD in Marshfield. I don't know
Oh,
if you
no
know.
kidding. Yeah,
you know
yeah.
Ed Perry by any chance? He's the owner. He's still around. He's 85 years old.
Oh wow.
Something like that. Yeah, he'll be 85 in December. And he gave me my first break doing poetry on the radio and
Really?
write commercials 20 years ago in 2005. And then I started Topic Time 5 years later with a guy that I was helping on a sports talk show at WATD.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guy's friends that hosted the show said, "Hey, you seem to know your sports. How'd you like to be my co-host on my sports
no
talk show
kidding.
around this corner at the TV station?" I said, "Sure." And the day I was supposed to start, he called in and said, "Host the show yourself. I can't make it in." Like, how am I going to do that? And he goes, "You'll be fine."
You did it.
So eventually he threw me off for staff, but then I thought to myself, I did pretty well by myself. Maybe I can start my own show. And finally
Right.
something lit a fire under me a year later. On August 18th, 2010, I began it, and now here it is all these
Yeah.
decades, well, a decade and a half later. But okay, so
But it's your calling.
it
You're,
is,
you're
yeah,
meant to do
right,
it.
Right. Well, what are you currently? You're still doing radio now? You said you mentioned the production. What do you?
Well,
what's
I
that?
haven't been. I've been. I started running a recording studio
Okay.
in 1990. That
Where?
was that started out in Uxbridge,
Okay.
and since then I've worked as a producer engineer. I ran a studio in West Boylston for 20 years. I worked in Boston. I worked in New York.
What, really? Just running studios?
Well,
Running radio? It's
doing
both?
projects, recording stuff, and
Okay.
producing bands, and producing my own band, and I'm building a new studio right now. But I work at a studio in Princeton, Mass, called Wachusett Recording right now.
Right near the mountain, I'm sure.
Yep, just down the road.
Yep. Okay.
And I've been there with a partner that I run the studio with, Mike Harmon, who's in a great band.
Mike
called-
Harmon, is he now? Isn't he isn't he somebody that I've heard on the radio or seen on TV?
I'm not sure. I don't think he's been on radio or TV, but he plays in a fantastic sort
Have
of
you ever? All right,
Americana
have you ever
band.
broken in any big bands from for the studios? I mean, being number one, have you any of your songs ever gone gold, platinum? And number two, have you ever gotten any bands that you have gone gold?
I
or
worked with
platinum?
a lot of some people that you would definitely know. I actually, do you remember Bob Rivers from
Yes.
WAF? 2 weeks before he died, he did his last song parody with me.
Okay.
This last January or February,
Wow.
I think. He was an awesome guy. So we did his last song parody. I've done stuff for a lot of regional stuff, like James Montgomery Band.
Oh wow, yeah. They performed at my high school back on September 28th of 1973.
Oh my God.
Yeah, in fact, I had one of their cousins on my show at one of my other locations. He's a pretty good musician too.
Yeah. So I've done stuff with him. I've done a lot of stuff with Worcester, which is where I'm from.
Yeah. Anything at XLO? I love that station. I said, if the wind's blowing good, I can hear it.
Yeah, I've actually never been there. I know several people that worked there or have worked there.
Okay.
But I've never actually been even into their studio. Now I think about it. Well, no, once I have. But so I've done just a lot of local bands, Boston bands. I've worked with, like I was saying, Boston. I mean, Worcester has this core group of amazing musicians that kind of came out of the 70s and played with people like Joe Cocker.
Oh yeah, okay.
And Tina Turner and Robert Palmer, all these amazing.
I had Joe Cocker's guitarist on my show. His name was Mitch.
Cliff. Oh, you had Mitch.
Mitch
So
Shakur.
Mitch Shakur.
Yeah. You know him, don't you?
Yeah, he's. I've worked a lot with Mitch and Cliff Goodwin, and Marty Richards and David Hull.
I had David Hull on the show.
He's one of my favorite people in the world.
Fantastic. He was on the Leno show.
We
We had footage of him playing on the Leno show, and then we were going to add it to my show, and he goes, "I'm afraid we'll get sued," so we couldn't do it. Boy, was that annoying. But I'm glad. But he's an excellent musician.
He's an excellent musician, but he's just one of my favorite people.
Yeah,
He's such a great guy. and just one of the best bass players I've ever
Oh, I know.
ever played with.
Well, he was on Leno. I guess he had to be. Yeah.
But like I've been lucky because I love music so much. So I love producing and engineering bands, but I love the fact that I get to work with these amazing musicians,
Right.
and like makes my job easy.
It sure does.
To
And
be
fun.
like in this room, like, listening to musicians just play and interact with each other. I'm like, my God, I'm the luckiest person in the world to be
Well,
part
just so
of this.
you know, I have a lot of musical guests on my show. So if you wanted to, if any of them want to do the show, that's
Oh, sure.
I call that the music platform here.
Yeah.
I had like a 6-piece band up here one day. About
Oh, no
That's
kidding.
the most people I ever had in in a musical group in
Yeah.
one show. But any of them want to come and perform here on Topic Time with me, that would be top notch.
I'll
I'd love
hook
it.
you up. There's so many amazing bands and artists that I
Yeah.
work with. So many. I am like, the older I get, the more grateful I am of like how lucky I've been.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how-
I'm happy to see that. It's contagious. I think
It
it's
is.
fantastic.
It is, and it's like.
Do you have anyone you emulate? Just wondering.
emulate?
I mentioned Wolfman Jack, but is there anyone else? I'm not saying you emulate him, but I'm just.
No, it's not that I emulate, but I am.
Who did you admire growing up? You mentioned the Monkees, obviously.
Oh my God, the Monkees were like seeing the Monkees when I was 5 years old.
Right.
Blew my mind.
Yep.
And I was, and it was like a lightning bolt struck me.
Of course.
And I was like, I want to be in a band and be Mike Nesmith and wear a little wool hat and play a
Mickey
big
Dolenz.
Gretsch. Like, it was just, I was never so sure
Yeah,
of
I know.
something right then. 5 years old, it's like, this is what I want to do. But there's lots of people that have been inspirations for me and that I've looked up to. And,
Okay.
And a lot of them I've gotten to be friendly with.
That's
and,
great.
And to tell them, like, for example, one of my bigger influences when I was a kid was Mitch Easter, who produced REM's early stuff, and he's a great
band.
producer and engineer in Winston-Salem area.
North Carolina. Yep.
And he still runs a studio called Fidelatorium, but he was in a band called Let's Active as well. And I loved the fact that he was a musician who made his own music, but it was also working with other bands as a producer. And I got to see him. He was playing with Velvet Crush.
Oh, I know that band.
And Matthew Sweet in Providence one day, and I got to talk to him after the Velvet Crush set. Actually, at the end of the show, I talked to him, and I said, I just wanted to say, like, you were a huge inspiration for me, and I just always looked up to you and wanted to kind of emulate you. And he says, in his like North Carolina accent, like, oh man, I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Like, he apologized to me that.
He was so humble.
Unbelievably.
Yeah.
Such a great guy.
I was actually born in North Carolina, too.
You were?
But I don't have the accent. I was only there for a couple of months.
You didn't learn to talk in a couple of months?
I did, but no, I remember, I have a photographic memory because I have autism, and I remember my first memory of life was I was actually one of the male aides was taking me for a walk, and he says, we got to go back to the hospital.
How
now.
old?
I was through a couple of weeks, a few days.
Seriously?
Seriously, yeah. I'm telling you, I have like if you told me a date of birth, I'll tell you what day of the week you were born on and what I was doing.
That's
Just don't tell me
incredible.
the day of the week. You were born in 71, right?
I was born May 14th, 1971.
May 14th, 1971 was a Friday.
It was?
Yep. And I was playing blackjack with one of my
Get out.
a guy at my home at my 6th grade classroom, and the guy that I was playing blackjack with was a guest on my show right here on December 15th of 2022.
Yeah,
He
that's
used to
incredible.
bully me, and he stole $35 from me.
He
Him and another
bullied
kid
you.
cheated me out of $35. My father gave me a $5 a week allowance at the time,
Yeah.
and I had to give him $5 a week for 7 weeks. Otherwise, I feared he was going to kill me. But now we laugh about it. He's still a friend of mine.
Did he ever give you the money back?
No, it's okay. I do
think
okay. We both. It's
You
okay.
made up, and it's all
We
it's
made
all
it.
good
One
now.
one day in 1987, I was working out at a gym, and he was at the same gym, and so I could lift more weight than he could. And that was enough. That's all that mattered.
It was your comeuppance.
right.
There, yeah, that's
exactly.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, we don't, we're not bitter at all about anything. We still keep in touch. He owns a tux rental shop in Brockton.
Okay.
If you need a tux for your wedding, maybe he's the guy to see. But if you want to come all the way to Brockton, but yeah, but he has an awesome business. He's been in business for over 40 years there.
Wow.
Yeah. He inherited it was his mother's gown shop, and when she passed away, he took it over.
Running your own business for 40 years That's incredible.
I don't like it. I know, it's true.
It's really incredible.
Well, guess what, Roger? We're now in the final 5 minutes of the show. I hope you had fun talking to me.
Oh my God! You're a hoot. You're awesome.
I know. I'd argue if I could. So what I'd like, and when, by the way, when you did the post on Facebook, we got tons of likes for it.
Yes.
And that's great. That's why I ask people to do it. But what I want you to do right now is to like give those people you just mentioned, give them shouts out. Tell them how grateful you are that how that you're there in your life and that you're alive and then we'll wrap.
That'll take an hour.
Oh, I'll just condense them. Just say you don't know who you are. You already mentioned them, so they'll see it.
I love you, Mom.
Oh, there you go.
My mom's the best mom in
My
the
mother's
world.
turning 89 on Saturday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah, I know. Well, your mother's turning 89.
No, yours
Mine
is.
Yeah, I know.
And my girlfriend Kim, who's
Your fiance, right?
Yes, my fiance. She's a jeweler in Worcester. She's
First,
amazing.
Is this the first fiance ever?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, really. And the beautiful thing, and this is one of the things I said to you earlier, like make the rest of your life the best part of your life.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
all the bad stuff is behind you.
And just keep pushing and keep going to the good stuff. She's an artist. She's a
musician
jeweler
too?
She's a jeweler.
Oh, a jeweler. Okay.
And I'm a musician, and we're both creative people. And the things that light us up, we love about each other. Like instead of being resentful that I'm at the studio or that I'm out playing a gig or something.
I know. She's like, wow, I'm doing this.
She loves it.
And the fact that she's doing jewelry. Well, if she wants to do the show, let's get her on. I mean,
we'll get her on. Kim Blaze Designs.
I'm telling you. I mean, this is it. I'm trying.
Blaze.
Every time I have a new guest, I'm always looking for a new plethora of guests from that.
Oh my God!
Given all the likes you got for that plug, I'd say we got a pretty good shot at making it happen.
There's so many awesome people out there that people need to know.
Not just musicians either.
No,
I mean, anybody that I always say everybody has an interesting story to tell, and you're
absolutely
a lot of. And all I got to do is if you just give my digits to anybody, and I'll set it up.
You up. Okay. But there's just so many awesome people out there, and
I know.
And being in the creative scene, like being with musicians and people that love music, you just meet the best people.
Just wondering, did you ever do sports at all? You look like you could play.
No, I've never been into sports ever.
Really? Okay.
It's crazy. Like
you look like you could either be a wrestler or a football linebacker, but
I've never even watched.
But you're a gentle soul. Okay.
I am a gentle soul that always just wanted to play guitar.
Just love the music. Don't care about the sports.
No, I don't understand it. I don't understand sports.
Oh, okay.
You know how other people.
Well, I figured maybe during your time in radio, you might have had to talk. You might have had to do a sports report on.
I would listen to the games as I was like sort of bored watching the board.
But didn't the people that ran the TV station have you do sports reports at all?
No.
You never did news story like traffic.
I would do weather.
Weather. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. If you didn't like it, then there's no point.
Well, it's not even that I didn't like it. I didn't get it. I don't get sports.
Okay. I like sports, but it's because that's like I said.
Everybody likes sports, but me.
Okay, all right.
I'm the weirdo. I know this.
It's not weird. Listen, it just doesn't work for you. You always say, like we just said, the best time of your life could be coming up. At some point,
it's always got to be coming up.
You might watch a game and you might say, "Hey, I like this. Maybe I'll
you never
get to learn about it."
Be open to it.
Be open, exactly. All right. Well, we're going to wrap the show up, Roger, and we're going to do some snapping. And and Adam in there is going to come in there and take a pic of us for Facebook with my phone. And if you want him to do it on your phone, we can do that, and I'm going to tag you in it.
That's awesome. I'm so okay with that.
Okay. All right, folks. Well, another great Topic Time episode is coming to a conclusion. We have more great shows coming up on the horizon, of course. So wrapping off and snapping out. And like I said, please don't bang the desk if you're going to. I mean, this is one of the coolest. You got to figure, as someone who loves music, this has to be one of the coolest tunes you've ever heard. Meaning my theme song.
I should make you a theme song, a new theme song.
There we go. And I will finish in under 30 minutes. It's perfect.
Lighting for ECAT production provided by the Avery Lee Williams Family Foundation.